What if I told you that you could get a global passport without ever leaving India? I know, it sounds kind of out there, right? But a whole world of opportunity. We're talking international careers, deep cultural dives. It's all so much closer than you think. Let's dig into how.
28. Now, that's not just some random number I pulled out of a hat. That's the number of international languages you can officially learn and master right here in India. Seriously. The whole setup, universities, cultural centers, you name it, it's already here. Think of it as your personal launchpad to pretty much any corner of the globe.
Okay, so you might be thinking, why bother? Is it really worth the effort? Well, here's the thing. Learning a new language is so much more than just sticking another line on your resume. It's a strategic investment in, well, in you, in your future, your career, your personal growth. So let's break down exactly what you get back from that investment. All right, let's start our journey. We're going to take a quick world tour, and our first stop is East and Southeast Asia. This region is absolutely buzzing right now. We're talking innovation, tech, and economic connections with India that are just exploding.
And you can see the direct link here between the language and the industry. I mean, master Korean, and you could be looking at a job at Samsung or even in the K-pop world. Japanese, that opens doors at huge car companies like Toyota. And Chinese, well, that's just essential for tech supply chains globally. And hey, languages like Thai and Bahasa Indonesia, those are your tickets into some of the fastest growing economies in Southeast Asia. It's like a roadmap showing you exactly where language skills connect with real world demand.
And let me be clear, this isn't some vague benefit. Think about it for a second. If you want to work in consumer electronics or animation or global business, learning Japanese or Korean gives you a real high-value edge. You're not just learning a language, you're literally learning the language of the industry you want to be in. Okay, let's hop over to our next stop, Europe. Now, European languages have been super popular in India for decades, and there's a really good reason for that. They are, quite simply, gateways to some of the most influential cultures and economies on the planet. The key word here is absolutely opportunity. Think about it. French, German, and Spanish, those are your direct lines to study abroad programs, and a lot of them even come with scholarships. Italian and Portuguese, they can unlock amazing careers in tourism and global business. And hey, if you're thinking about a career in diplomacy, something like Russian or Polish could give you a really unique and valuable edge. And just think about the scale of this for a moment. We're talking about languages spoken by hundreds of millions of people. So when you master one of these, you're not just becoming bilingual, you're basically becoming a global citizen, someone who can work and thrive just about anywhere. The return on that kind of investment is just huge. All right, for our final stop on this whirlwind tour, we're heading to West and Central Asia. Now, you might not hear about these languages as often, but they are becoming incredibly important strategically speaking. And that's all because of India's growing trade deals and crucial energy partnerships in that part of the world. The strategic value here is, well, it's undeniable. Arabic, Persian, and Turkish are the languages spoken in major trade and energy hubs. And as India's connections in the region get stronger, knowing a language like Hebrew, Pashto, or Uzbek, that becomes a super specialized, seriously sought-after skill. But it's not just about modern economics. This is the part I find absolutely fascinating. When you learn one of these languages, you're not just memorizing words. You're being handed a key to unlock these ancient, incredibly rich civilizations. You get access to centuries of literature, philosophy, history. It's just an amazing journey. So you're probably thinking, okay, this all sounds great, but where do I even start? Well, the good news is the options are pretty much everywhere. You've got formal university degrees, government institutions, cultural centers run by embassies, private academies, and of course, tons and tons of online platforms. Seriously, there's a path for every schedule and every goal. Okay, so we've done our tour of all the languages you can learn, but let's get past the geography for a minute. What's the real, tangible payoff here? Let's talk about the lifelong benefits you get when you make this kind of investment in yourself. It really creates this clear four-step path to becoming a more global you. First up, you get a massive career advantage. Second, you unlock the ability to study pretty much anywhere on Earth. Third, you get a direct bridge to the world's art and heritage. And fourth, and this is so cool, you actually boost your own brain power. We're talking better creativity, memory, and adaptability. So what's the big takeaway from all this? Why does this matter now more than ever? Well, in the world we live in today, a world that's so interconnected, Learning another language isn't just a nice-to-have skill anymore, it's fast becoming absolutely essential. And that is the key shift in how we need to think about this. Don't just see it as another skill to add to your resume. See it for what it really is, an investment, a strategic asset that's going to pay you back for the rest of your life by setting you up perfectly for a globally connected future. We started this whole conversation with a number, 28, and now we see that it's not just a number. It's 28 different paths to a future that's more connected and filled with more opportunity. And the amazing part is, every single one of those paths starts right here. So the only question left is, which one are you going to explore?